Here are some financial tips, definitions, and information that will hopefully help you save money or get out of debt. Savings. Pay yourself first. Start now stashing 10% of your income in an emergency savings. Don't use it for anything but real emergencies. Keep a for-sure savings account for yearly expenses you know are coming and you can estimate. Also have a buy stuff account. If you do, you'll be able to avoid many financial disasters which will face you. And you can avoid borrowing money from high-rate lenders. Borrowing? Don't borrow money unless you are willing and able to pay it back. Failure to pay debts on time causes severe financial, emotional, and family problems. Experts recommend you don't borrow for wants, only for needs or for things that increase in value. Many lenders will loan you money you can't afford to pay back, especially high-rate lenders. Co-signing? Don't co-sign on a loan unless you are willing and able to pay it back. Often, co-signers end up paying off loans they are unprepared for, and financial hardships follow. Numerous co-signors now have negative credit ratings because a primary borrower paid late. Many lenders do not notify the co-signor before reporting delinquencies or repossessions to the credit bureau. Compare. Before you decide who to borrow from, compare. Find out who is offering the best deal at that time. Look for the loan with the lowest rate, APRA. The annual percentage rate, APRA. It is the standard rate, so we may compare the cost of borrowing. It is the cost of credit expressed as a yearly rate. When you borrow, always beat 13% APRA. Some have been illegally stating other rates, such as weekly or monthly rates. Compare APRA to APRA. If you pay your bills on time and you aren't overextended, you can nearly always find loans or financing arrangements at rates lower than 13%. Beware though, because beating 13% does not always mean you are getting a good deal. For instance, the difference in total interest paid on an 11% versus an 8% 30-year, $100,000 mortgage loan is $64,283. Consolidation loans. A consolidation loan can result in great savings to borrowers if the new interest rate is significantly lower, and if you don't run up debt similar to what was just consolidated. But beware, because consolidation loans usually result in substantially more money out of your pocket into the lenders. For instance, mortgage loans usually involve closing costs. They increase the total debt. Many refinances involve reducing the monthly payment, but increasing the length of payback, which substantially increases the total interest paid. Borrowers who refinance unsecured debt, e.g., credit cards into a home mortgage, also increase their risk of losing their homes. Also, remember to keep all your payments current until the old debt is paid off. Too many people have damaged credit ratings and are in bad financial condition because they counted on money which didn't come when they expected it. Expect delays when applying for loans, especially consolidation loans. Don't spend money before you. Desperation? Don't get desperate for money. The more desperate you are, the less likely you are to get a good loan. Auto insurance. Keep your auto insurance current. If you fail to keep your insurance up to date, you could end up making loan payments for years after your car has been totaled. Establish good credit. To avoid bad credit, don't borrow too much and do pay your bills on time. Inexpensive ways to establish good credit. 1. Obtain a good credit card. When you charge things, pay off the balance each month, on time, and pay no interest. 2. Establish a revolving line of credit. An empty loan is an overdraft protection against bounce checks, and don't use it as a loan. 3. Get a loan to buy a car, or furniture, or etc., and pay it off within a few months. Late fees. To avoid late fees, which multiply the cost of borrowing, pay early, or at least on time. Repossessions. To avoid repossessions and associated fees, pay early or on time, and keep your insurance current. Credit cards. If used well, great tools. If used poorly, financial ruin. If you're too impulsive, hide your card. To avoid paying interest and fees, pay off your entire balance each month, on early or time. Most charge no interest if the balance is paid off within the billing cycle. If you pay only the minimum required payment, like 1 in 4 Americans, you lose. Unauthorized use of credit cards. If a charge, which you did not authorize, appears on your credit card statement, contact the credit card company immediately. Follow up your dispute in writing within 60 days to ensure your rights. Disputed items. If you are dissatisfied with a product or service you charge with your credit card, first make a good faith attempt to resolve the dispute with the merchant. If you are unable to resolve it, contact your credit card provider and file an official dispute. Do this within 60 days of the charge to preserve your rights and avoid negative credit, etc. Debit cards. If you or someone else uses your debit card, money is deducted from your checking account. For pre-authorized purchases, a hold is placed on your checking account, usually for an amount larger than the expected charge. This hold can cause other checks or charges to be returned if you don't have a sufficient cushion of funds in your account or a backup system, overdraft line of credit loan. Once funds are deducted from your account, it is often difficult or impossible to get your money refunded. Don't use a debit card for mail order, telephone, or internet purchases. Even if you don't get what you ordered, you may not be able to get your money back. Reconcile your checking account. The sooner you do it, the easier it is. As soon as you receive your bank statement, compare it with your check register, item by item. Make sure both you and the bank have recorded things correctly. If you find that the bank has made errors or the statement includes unauthorized deductions, contact them immediately. Blank checks. Keep your blank checks in a safe place. Although you may not be technically responsible if someone steals your checks and forges your name, consumers are often unable to recover their funds which have been deducted from their account. Financial institutions have several defenses, including consumer's negligence, bounce checks. To avoid costly bounce checks, tie your checking account to a revolving line of credit, an empty loan. If you have such a prearranged plan and write a check for more than your available balance, a loan advance is made to pay the check. If you pay off that loan quickly, most financial institutions charge you very little in interest and fees. Keep that line of credit reserved as your checking account backup, and don't use it for anything else. Bounce check fees are very costly. Beware, many banks automatically provide very high-cost bounce protection programs for those who don't. Solicitations. Don't give your account numbers, credit or debit cards, or your social security numbers to anyone who phones or emails you. They may not actually be who they claim to be. They may fraudulently use your information, and the damage done to you financially or to your credit rating may cause huge headaches and a horrendous waste of your time, money, and energy trying to correct the problems. Investing. If you can't afford to lose it, don't speculate with it. The greater the rate, the higher the risk. Risk-free. Nothing is risk-free, especially nothing involving money. Too good to be true. If something sounds too good to be true, it is. Don't fall for the scams. Heed the clues. Credit repair. Be wary of credit repair services. Some claim to be able to fix bad credit. If you have inaccurate information on your credit report, you may contact the credit bureaus directly and correct it yourself. If you have had credit problems, any attempts to remove the relevant information from your credit report are illegal, fraudulent, and only temporary. There are some best online money-making offers given in the description below, so don't forget to check them. If you like the video, then like and share and give your opinion through a comment. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, then do it now and also press the bell icon so that you can get notifications of my future videos. Thanks for watching.